progressing.
Do you feel maybe like just kicks on 2 and 4 in this section? Maybe not fully into that chorus, is that what you're saying?
Hey, it's Jim Ebert with Cancer Can Rock. Today we're at Blackbird Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, doing Stefanie Keys' song, EEIO-EEIAY. I hope you all enjoy it. Hey Stephanie, how are you?
I'm doing really well, Jim. Thank you.
You're doing really well. How are you doing really well? You had cancer and you're still going through all your stuff.
I'm at a point where treatment has been working for me for the last 2 months.
Okay. And what are you doing now?
Every 2 weeks I'm getting chemo.
Okay.
Infusions.
All right.
Every other time I'm getting really big, heavy guns on that. So
Okay.
every other time is a little bit.
All right. Take it easy.
One drug, you know, and
Right.
then every other time is 2 drugs. I'm doing that. I'm doing Tai Chi. I mean, you want to know everything I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And music,
Okay.
meditation, really good diet.
And these were not things you did your whole life.
I would say that I had a pretty good practice with good diet,
Okay.
prayer, meditation, and
Okay.
some Tai Chi, but definitely more.
But this happened to you with even doing all that stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you get your diagnosis?
Like 4 days before Christmas,
Okay.
2017.
Merry
So
Christmas.
I got a big surgery, and I was in the hospital.
I'm backing up a little bit. What did you have?
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Okay.
So I had a hysterectomy,
Okay.
and actually a little more than that. You know,
They make sure.
they take everything and really make sure. And it was clear cell carcinoma, which is a very rare form of ovarian cancer.
Okay.
And it had, in fact, spread. They don't really know how contained it is when they do a surgery like that. In an ideal world, they would like to be able to take it out and have it just be this capsule, right?
Right.
But that's not really possible.
It's got tendrils and goes everywhere.
And this type of cancer actually is very sticky, so it, like sticks to other parts of the,
Right.
The walls of your,
Right.
of your pelvis and stuff. So that's why the chemo
Right.
follows immediately after.
Radiation?
No radiation.
And that's not in the plan or just as a possibility?
Not in the plan.
Good. Because radiation, a lot of people don't know this, is really harmful.
Yeah.
I had it done to my brain as a last resort. Every doctor that I went to, except my last doctor, said, go to radiation and start your chemo.
Yeah.
And my last doctor, which was at Duke, they said, we don't want you to do radiation. Until you need radiation, we're not going to make you do that. Because there are a lot of side effects to radiation that people just don't get told about and they're not aware of.
Yeah, I mean, I always like it when they're a little more conservative about how they want to go about their treatments, if possible. I think that's always nice when a doctor has, is prudent about what they're going to do.
I understand it's a business, but when you get into this, you understand it really is a business, right? If you go to a radiologist, he wants to radiate. If you go to a surgeon, typically they want to operate. If you go to an oncologist, they want to give you chemotherapy. It's just immunotherapy. It's just in the last 2 or 3 years, it's become something that's actually covered by insurance companies. That wasn't even covered, although it's been covered overseas for 30 years, you know what I mean? It's such a tough thing to get the truth. I felt like I got the truth with my 5th doctor. My 5th doctor just was like, everyone thinks you're dead. Let's not do that. I'm going to help you manage. We're going to look at every option, and you're going to make the decision. I'm going to give you my opinion, and you're going to make the decision. I'm not going to tell you, you need to do this, or you need to do that. This is your life. No other doctor had talked to me like that up to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a little bit of the God Squad early on where they were like, we are God,
Yeah, I think that in my situation, nobody really wanted to say how serious, yeah? And in terms of getting the truth, it was kind of always there for me. Belief in modern medicine, I actually kind of came up in a medical kind of community in a sense. My father was a cardiologist and my mother was a medical technologist.
Okay.
And then later on, they had separate lives and she moved on from that. But I guess my point is that until the first rounds of chemo failed, I thought I was going to be okay.
Right.
And when that happened, that really changed the landscape of where I was standing.
Shattering.
It's absolutely the scariest thing that I have ever experienced. One thing that's really, really, really carried me along, and it's been sort of amazing, is that I keep getting asked to do music. And, being here with you right now is, part of that miracle for me that has been pulling me forward and bringing me through the tunnel, the dark sort of tunnel.
You don't know how happy I am to have you here, because we pushed for a little while, and you had to go through different treatments and things to get healthy enough to be here. So I appreciate it, that you're here. I mean, on many levels.
Yeah.
But to get you in was what I call a nice pull. I was happy to get you here finally.
Thank you. Well, you really brought me into a beautiful situation, and it's a
that's what we're supposed to do.
One day at a time has been such a great sort of mantra for me, just to kind of get through one day at a time, because many things are built one day at a time, right? It's
Right.
and I have experienced.
Your song today was built one day at a time.
Burned your feet running through the fire. Branches dancing to the moon.
Speaking of which,
Coming from yesterday to today, it's like a whole transformation, right?
Well, what's the song today?
EEIO-EEIAY.
EEIA. Well, we've done most of the song today.
Yeah.
It sounded great, sounding fun.
Thank you. It's
And does this relate to your journey at all, or?
for sure.
Yeah. How so?
It's kind of like que sera, sera, whatever will be, in a way. And it can also is open for interpretation. Can mean whatever you make it up to mean. I realized pretty soon, early on, that if I was going to really be upset about this, it wasn't going to make a damn bit of difference in the quality of my life.
Well put.
It's like the attachment to your life
Right.
sort of gets loosened up a little bit.
Agreed.
I feel like I'm very much right in the moment, right?
What did my brother say? He said, oh yeah, oh. We all
Your song sounded great.
Thank you. Your producing is top notch.
Did you expect me to pay you for that comment?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I've had a blast, and everyone's easy to work with. They all play their asses off. And
Yeah, right.
Nice people. You don't.
I mean, we're in Nashville
Yeah.
at Blackbird Studio. I mean, this is a dream come true to me,
It's not too shabby.
No, it's
Right.
really sweet. It's
Right.
really sweet. So,
Thank
you
you,
so
dear.
much.
Thank you, dear.
my pleasure.
Yep.
everybody wants to run away. What did my mama say? She said,